Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, please do. It would be much appreciated. So in the previous video, we created our manuscript and our cover. We filled out the Amazon KDP bookshelf information for this particular project. And we just have a quick flick through it now to make sure everything's all right. Save and continue. 8x5, bleed, okay, glossy, yeah. Manuscript is fine. Uploaded file cover, launch preview, that's all been done. Save and continue. And we go through these now. The price has been set. Expanded distribution on and accepted. primarymarketplace.com. And I'm now about to publish this book. Saved successfully, and it's a great feeling. It's always a good feeling. The title has been submitted for publication and is currently in review. Titles are typically reviewed and published within 72 hours. Review times vary. This is super interesting. I published that book about roughly an hour and a quarter ago, and I've just had this back, which is continue setup, and draft is mentioned here. Information has been entered for your title, but it has not been published. Right, okay. There's been a mistake. With this, what I need to do now is find out what the problem is. Now, this isn't the first time it's happened to me, and I'm glad it's happened to me now, because we're going to try a few things. We're going to check everything out, because you may encounter something like this, and it'd be great if we could actually work out what the problem is together, so that you can get out of that scrape in the future. You might have to wait for an email, because when you get notification like this, continue setup, and it's been made into a draft, so it's not been published, you'll notice that, but you may notice the email first, or you may not. But it could take a lot longer to get your email, because certain servers and the way email systems work, you might not get it till tomorrow, or the day after, I should say, for you. Sure enough, there was an email. And what I've done here is I've copied the information from the email. Attention needed. Please review your title, Jacob and the Dinosaurs. There's my ISBN for that. We checked your files and found issues you need to fix before your book can be published on KDP. Interior is the issue. So straight away we've got that. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to work out what they're actually getting on about. But anyway, add 0.125 to your book page width, and add 0.25 to the page height to ensure that the images in your manuscript extend beyond the edge of the page. Now, you'll remember when we first set up this page in this series, and we added the bleed to it. We added 0.125 to the width, and we added 0.25 to the height. Or did we? So what we need to do now is to go and have another look at our manuscript and make sure that those sizes are right. Because if they're not, it's back to the drawing board. And if you go to File, it will say so there underneath the title. So all you get to do is edit the title, but it's telling you there what the sizes are. 8.625 by 8.75. Now, this has happened before. And in fact, one of you has mentioned this issue, and I told you what I would do, and it fixed that issue. So it was great to help. I'm going to save this manuscript again with a different name. So I don't have to do it here. I could actually do it in the folder where this one is. I could actually just rename that file in the folder to something completely different. But no, I'm going to download this again. I'm going to File, make a copy, and where it says copy of Jacob and the Dinosaurs, I'm going to change that to Jacob and the Dinosaurs corrected. Just in case somebody on the other end is looking and goes, they've not really done anything with this, they've just published the same one back again. They may see corrected, and they might really look into it a little bit differently and go, oh, hang on a minute, I better pass this. It could have been an automated thing that picked that up. We have no idea what goes on, really, in the background. But let's try this. So I've changed the file name, I've copied that, made another copy of it, another version of it, called it something else, and made no changes. Download, PDF print, and download. And we'll see what happens with this one. So now we go through the motions here. Continue setup. Everything's in place there. Save and continue. We only want to get to the part where we have to re-upload the manuscript. Okay, so there's the manuscript. Upload it. As you can see there, Jacob and the Dinosaurs PDF. This one's now called Jacob and the Dinosaurs Corrected PDF. It's a totally different file name. Upload manuscript. But yeah, it's quite strange, this. And if they do it again, I'll do it again. I'll put up the same file with a different name because it's correct. Manuscript Jacob and the Dinosaurs Corrected.pdf uploaded successfully. Now I have to launch the previewer again. So I'll go through this all the way through. It was important that nothing had changed on that file. And yeah, you know, it was a matter of routine because I'd already checked that the file size was right, that the pages were the right size and had the bleed set. Check everything, you know, and then approve it. And we'll go again. Later in the afternoon, yesterday, after republishing the manuscript, at about 4:30, I received this live. It's available to purchase on Amazon. Now, that's exactly what I'm talking about, because it was the same file. It was the same file sizes, it was the same page sizes. There was no difference. I didn't alter them whatsoever. Resubmitted them under a different file name, just with corrected on the end, and it got through. So before you start panicking, if that situation has happened to you, just try that.